Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am about to serve this delicious sticky fried rice, and I made it with already cooked rice. As you can see how luscious it looks, it has some seafood in there, and as you can see this steam that is emanating from this rice, guys. If I tell you how this rice tasted, you will not believe me, but trust me, your girl was dreaming of this rice for like 2 or 3 days after. The rice was sumptuous, it was on point, guys. You can see how it looks. As in, just look at me twirling for you. Look at this steam. Are you not hungry? Anyway, let's get right into the kitchen and learn how to make this wonderful sticky fried rice with already cooked rice. So in a washed pan, I'm adding some vegetable oil, or no, sunflower oil to be specific. Some sunflower oil. Then I'm going to turn up the gas. So the gas was not on at this point. So I turned this up and I added my frozen vegetables. So guys, in this age and time, I am a very I'm a very busy human being and I have no time to be cutting veggies. But normally when I'm back home in Nigeria, I like my fresh carrots and all of that, because honestly to go and get frozen veggies takes a long time. But when I'm here at my second home, everything is frozen, to be honest. It's just convenient. So I've put that in now and I'm going to turn that because I want to cook the veggies just slightly. As I said, they were frozen, so I'm trying to cook them to thaw them up. After which I am going to be adding something that you guys know I love, as in, so I've been doing this eating of more fish, lean fish and seafood kind of things. So this is going to be a seafood recipe. So I am going to add my tiger prawns. Now the tiger prawns are frozen as well, as in I bought them frozen. So I'm throwing them in now so they can cook slightly. So I am going to be using this as well as a seafood bag mix. In that seafood bag you have calamari, octopus, some shrimps, as in if you like seafood, you just like it. So I'm stirring this as well because I want the tiger prawns to cook slightly before I throw in my other seafood. I'm going to throw in my seafood mix now. If you can see, the calamari, the shrimps, the octopus and things like that. I'm going to throw that in. It's also frozen as well because I bought them frozen and they are in the freezer. And I'm just going to do a quick stir to make sure that everything gets all cooked up. And I add my seafood before I do any seasoning, either salt, cubes or anything, because I want to season everything at once. So as you can see, no seasoning has been added to this mix. But what I'm going to be using to season is very basic. So I'm going to be using some stock cubes, and I use 2 cubes for this recipe. So 2 stock cubes, yes, not cubes to be precise. And guess what guys, in this stir fry I did not use any salt. So I told you that I was going to be using already cooked rice, so my rice was cooked with salt, but this stir fry I was like, no salt of any kind because there's already salt in the rice. And guys, the rice still came out on top. I'm an advocate for reducing your salt intake because as wonderful as salt is, it is not so wonderful to the body as well. So I allow this cook for just a few more minutes. As you can see, I'm adding some garlic powder because we want some garlic in there as well. So I'm also stirring that in. You can see that water is coming out of the veggie mixture. This is the water from the frozen shrimps as well as the frozen vegetables. So guys, this has to be on high heat, as in You want that water to dry out quickly. If not, you are going to be having some soggy peas and some soggy carrots. And there's nothing worse than soggy vegetables. People don't even like vegetables on its own. Then when it is soggy, it's a no-go area. So this is on high heat and it's cooking as fast as it can. My seafood is still cooking and I'm ready to throw in some thyme. So I have noticed that two of the things that go well with seafood is thyme and parsley. Anytime you are cooking anything that comes out from the ocean, please throw in those two things and I can assure you your meal will have a different distinct taste. This is tried and tested, guys. You people should start paying me for my secrets. If you are watching this video at this point and you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. As in, one of these days, you subscribers are going to give people free food. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but one of these days, somebody will be eating some delicious meals that have come from this kitchen. Maybe that will be our giveaway one of these days, but let's see how it goes. Anyway, as you can see, there's still water in the mixture. Now, you don't want the water to get dried totally, because this is also going to be absorbed into your already cooked rice, but you do not want your rice to be flowing with water at the same time. You'll get the drift when I'm about to add rice. If you notice the seafood is getting cooked, so I'm going to be adding some already cooked seafood. So this is mussels, some mushrooms and squid. So the original seafood I put in was not cooked. That's why I started cooking it with the peas and the fried rice ingredients. But this one is already cooked. And if you notice, the water in the rice has also reduced. Oh, sorry. The water in the veggies has also removed, not in the rice, because we have not added the rice yet. And guys, I noticed that it's better to use rice that has sat in the fridge for a day in comparison to just cooked rice. But in this case, I had just cooked rice, as in I had just cooked the rice, and instead of eating it with stew, I was like, let me just do something different. So I was like, let me tell my followers about this, as in my wonderful subscribers. So I changed my mind while I was ready to cook. I don't know how many of you do that. But as you can see, this is already looking on point and it is time to add our rice. The water is drying up and all the seasoning has entered inside the ingredients. Now I am going to be adding my cooked rice. So I am using basmati rice. And honestly, this rice was luscious. Normally, before you cook your basmati rice, in case you don't know, another secret, soak it in water for a while before you cook it. And the texture is just different. And when you're cooking it, add a bit of oil as well. So I'm adding my rice and I'm going to do the favorite thing in this world, stirring. As in, if you like turning things, I don't think you like turning things like me. As you see, the camera almost fell down safe in the name of I wanted to overturn. So I'm going to stir the rice in. As you can see, there's no water. See, I had to adjust this camera so many times so you guys can see like me turn this rice properly. As you can see, there's little or no water in the rice, just very little. And I'm going to be stirring everything, as in rotating, mixing, turning. I don't know how many, what's that word? No, it's not adjectives. How many synonyms are for the word turn and stir? So I'm going to turn this onto all my fried rice ingredients, as the seafood plus the vegetables and the rice is mixed evenly. And guys, when you're through stirring, you just need to allow the rice to steam for 1 minute. Just 1 minute, pere, 1 tiny minute. After steaming for 1 minute, then I add some spring onions. This gives an extra color and extra crunch when you bite into your rice. And most of all, if you don't like onions sitting on top of your rice, spring onions gives that same flavoring. So I've gotten my spring onions. I am mixing again, as in you want the spring onions everywhere, and then sit for another 1 minute and then serve to your lovely guests, visitors. In fact, when you're alone at home, like I was on this particular day, serve for yourself and eat. You don't even need any other protein with this meal. It's just serve and eat. You don't need to think of fish, meat, chicken, nothing. You just need to serve it and eat it. And oh my god, you shall be dreaming. In fact, when you're through with this, the sleep you will sleep. It's like all those sleep that is so comforting to the heart. But you guys should please try this recipe. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.